So, surprised, I am in South Carolina. I'm on my spring break visiting some family right by Charleston. I'm actually in Daniel Island, which is just like a cute residential area right next to Charleston. So I don't know, I have some time to explore and do some things because it's a normal work week, so I have some time to do my own thing and explore. Right now it is 9:30 a.m. It's day one of my trip and I'm starved. So I found this cute little like cafe bakery that has like good breakfast food. So I'm gonna go there, have breakfast, either do some schoolwork or read, probably read because it's 9:30 a.m. And yeah, afterwards I found some cute bookstores in the area. I found one cute looking from online used bookstore, and then just like a local independent bookstore that I want to check out. And those are my plans for the morning. Who knows what the rest of the day will hold. It's pretty sunny out, but it's not like super warm yet. It's just like right under 60 degrees right now, which is still much warmer than I was getting in New England. But yeah, I'm just gonna take you along for the next few days, see what I read. I hope there's like a pool day in my future. I was thinking maybe the pool today, but I want to see if it gets even sunnier because yeah, I don't know if I'm feeling it. What does it say it is exactly right now? It is 53, but see, by like 1 p.m. it's gonna be like almost 70. 3 p.m. 70. So maybe some pool time then. I do want to try to get some sun, some color, ideally. But yesterday on the plane, I started, oh my god, which one is it? It is Deny the Night? What is it called? All of those super confuse me. I thought it was like Destroy the Night. Not one of them is called like Destroy the Anything. Oh, Defy the Night? Is that it? I think that's it. Yes, Defy the Night by Bridget Kemmerer, something like that. And let me tell you, the beginning of that book was honestly pretty boring. It felt like it took so long to get to like anything super good, and I finally got to like the good part right when the plane landed. But at least I've gotten through all that, so now when I pick it back up, it's gonna be super good. I also brought and kind of started Everything I Know About Love. Everything I Know About Love is one of the 2 physical copy books I brought. I also brought The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. That was kind of a wild card bring, I'm not gonna lie. But we'll see. We'll see what I get to today. I'll keep you posted, but I'm really hungry, so I'm gonna go get some food. I was not in there for long. The bagel was really good. I had like a cinnamon bagel with butter on it, which is like probably absolutely atrocious for you, but really delicious. But it was really packed because it's just, you know, it's breakfast time, so it was busy and there was not really like comfortable seating available. So I just read a little bit on my Kindle and had my bagel, and I'm just gonna go to the 2 bookshops I found and see if there's anything good there. I need to get a bookmark because I realized I didn't bring a bookmark, so when I was reading Everything I Know About Love, I had to dog ear it. Which I just don't love. I just don't love, because the only times, like, sometimes I'm reading and I'll, like, fold over, like, the very bottom of the page, and that's how I know there's something I really liked on that page, so whenever I see like a crinkle in a page, I'm gonna assume it's something that I liked, but really it's gonna mean absolutely nothing other than I stopped reading here at one point. So I want to find a bookmark. Ideally. If not, I can just use like a receipt or something, but since I'm going to these bookshops, I might as well look for a bookmark. So I went to the Half Price bookstore, and oh my god, it was so cute. I think I got like a couple of clips, but it was also so cute to see like all the books that I enjoyed like growing up there. They had like this cute like kids and like YA section. It was adorable. But I ended up getting a book. I got Sadie, which it says, when a popular radio personality, Wes McCrae, receives a desperate phone call from a stranger imploring him to find 19-year-old runaway Sadie Hunter, he's not convinced there's a story there. Girls go missing all the time, but when it's revealed that Sadie fled home after the brutal murder of her little sister, Maddie, Wes travels to the small town of Cold Creek, Colorado to uncover what happened. So basically, like, Sadie is, like, trying to figure out, like, who killed her younger sister, I guess. It's supposed to be really, really good. I did get this despite knowing it is on Kindle Unlimited, but it just seemed like a good book, and I love local bookstores. All good things. They had some good books. I also almost got a copy of Daisy Jones and the Six because somebody took my copy and I never got it back. But I didn't, not today. I got this instead. So I'm excited. I think it'll be good. A nice little mystery thriller. You know, I'm always looking for those. But I have to go home now and get stuff ready for lunch. So I'll have to come back to this area another day to go to the other bookstore that I didn't go to. Okay, I am back. I had a little midday break. I was with my dad and we were prepping stuff for dinner. We're making pizza from scratch and I'm so excited because my dad's recipe is so good. I'm so excited to have really good pizza. But I didn't do any schoolwork when I went home. I just relaxed and watched some TV on my iPad, which was kind of bad. But I'm actually about to go to Barnes & Noble with the ambitious thought that I might look around and maybe do some work in the cafe. I kind of highly doubt that that will happen, but I also still need a bookmark. And also, I had everything I know about love in my tote bag for when I went to get breakfast this morning because I thought I might eat breakfast and read some of that. And it got kind of destroyed in my tote bag, like the spine of it, and I'm very distraught about it, to be honest. But I'm about to go to Barnes & Noble. I don't know if there's any book or anything I'll get, but I'm definitely gonna look for a bookmark because I cannot just keep bending the page. It pains me, I'm not gonna lie. No, I'm also gonna look at journals because one of the things I wanted to do at the beginning of this year was get a new journal because I have one that I could keep using, but I just want like a clean slate. I want a new one and it's like mid-March. So I just need to buy one. Yeah. Okay, I've returned. I didn't actually get a book, which is too bad, but I did get a journal finally. You can't really tell now. I'll try to put a clip in, but it's like kind of funky, but I thought it was so pretty. And it has like gold edging and it's lined, which not all notebooks are, and I desperately need. I like cannot write straight to save my life. So I need lined notebooks. And I just thought this one was so pretty. There's like some like wildlife and it's just like a tree with like some wildlife around it, and I just thought it was cute. And you would like, if it was like this, you wouldn't know that it was a notebook. And I like that too. I think it's kind of cute. And the company that makes it is like kind of cool. I was just like looking at it and it has like a little thing about the company. And I just thought that was cute. And I got a bookmark. Woo! Thank goodness. It's so cute. It's like a Winnie the Pooh one. It's Winnie the Pooh and Piglet, and it says, "It's so much more friendly with two." And I thought that was sweet and wholesome. So that's all I got. I did actually look for Beautiful World, Where Are You? But for the life of me, I could not find any Sally Rooney books. When I looked in the fiction section, it like went to M, and I could not find where the fiction books like picked up again. Because there are more authors with names past M in the alphabet. But I couldn't find it, and I looked. I feel like I looked through that whole store except for like historical nonfiction and like religion. Like I just don't want any books in those aisles. And I could not find the rest of the fiction section. So I just called it a day. I figured, you know, at this point it's not meant to be. And I'm probably going to go to more bookstores, especially when I go actually into Charleston. There's some super cute bookstores there. There's one that I go to when I'm here because they held Y'all Fest here. And not this past year, but the year before, my parents went to YALLFest to get some signed books for me for Christmas. So I like to go back there because the shop is so cute. It's called like the Blue Bicycle, something like that. So hopefully I'll go in there. And especially because they'll have like extra signed copies left over from like events like from the year previous. So it's always fun to go there. But I think this is pretty much a wrap for today. I'm gonna go home, have pizza, and watch a movie. I think I'm gonna watch the Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr. because I'm in my Sherlock Holmes era. I am. I just rewatched Sherlock, like the BBC show. So good. So good. It's so good. They took it off Netflix and I actually paid. I bought them on like Amazon Video. I paid for every season because so today was a busy day. I woke up and I went to like King Street in Charleston, which is one of their big downtown areas, and I stopped by my favorite bookshop there, the Blue Bicycle. Honestly, doesn't necessarily have like the best books, but I really like that bookstore because they help put on YALLFest West. No, YALLFest East. I have YALLFest West on my mind because they were like announcing who's going to be there. But yeah, they host like the big book festival that goes on the East Coast in Charleston. So I love them for that. And I like to stop by because they'll have like leftover signed books sometimes, and it's just really cute to go into. I didn't get anything though. Sadly, I did once again look for Beautiful World, Where Are You by Sally Rooney, but they didn't have it. They only had Conversations with Friends by her, which is fine. And then I had lunch at, I can't remember where, but it was really good. I had chicken and waffles, which is like a new dish that I've been getting, and it's really good whenever I get it. So if you haven't tried chicken and waffles, go for it. It's actually a really good combo. I was skeptical, but I'm a fan now. And then I went to the beach and I got kind of burnt. I really needed to use more sunscreen than I thought I did, but living in New England has just made me so pale and unsusceptible to sun, apparently. But good news, I finished Deny the Night. I finished it finally. It was taking me a little while to get through, not because it wasn't good, but I wasn't really finding a ton of time to just like sit down and read a lot. So it was nice to finish it. I don't know where the series is gonna go after book one. Like, I know where it can go, but I thought it was going to end differently. So I am interested to see like how book two is going. And yeah, I like the two main characters in the book. I don't feel like I need to read book two like right away, but I probably will soon. So that's good. I gave it like a 3.5. The beginning was pretty slow, but I don't know if I'm also being really harsh about the beginning because I started this on the plane and it was not a very fun plane ride for me. And it doesn't help that right when the plane landed was like right when something finally got revealed to one of the characters. So it finally started to get good and I was like, okay, we're here. Anyways, so one book down, and then I brought Sadie to the beach to start, and I did not get very far into it because I spent most of the time at the beach finishing Deny the Night. So I'm only like 25 pages into this book, but I really like the format of it. So it goes back and forth between this like podcast, this limited series podcast that is being made about Sadie, whatever happens to Sadie, and what happened to her sister. So I like the back and forth between the podcast format because we get a lot of like backstory, and we get to hear a lot from like people in the town that her and her sister grew up in, and we're getting information about like the death of Sadie's sister, like what happened. It's also like pretty done pretty respectfully, which I liked. I thought that was well done. But we get that, and then the timeline of when Sadie runs away. I haven't really read a lot from her perspective. Most of what I read was from the podcast format, but I do like it. It's written similar to Daisy Jones and the Six, which I also really liked. So I think that's one of the reasons I like the podcast point of view, because it's such an easy to read and like quick format, but it does make it more intriguing, I think. So I'm excited to keep on getting into this. We're going to the beach tomorrow, so hopefully I'll get a good chunk into it. But I'm very glad I got this book. I don't think I would have been reading this book right away if I hadn't gotten it, because this is on Kindle Unlimited. I could be reading this on my Kindle without having to pay for the physical copy, but I'm glad I did. So those are my updates for today. I did get a little pink. Hopefully it turns into tan. I will be so very sad if I am peeling by the end of this. I'll be very, very sad. Yeah, I don't know if I'll read more tonight. I did come home and take like a little nap, so I don't know when I'll be going to sleep. But this one really drained life out of me, I guess. But I'm like halfway done with my trip now. And I still have so much schoolwork to do. Anyways, let's not think about that. But tomorrow we're going back into Charleston, so hopefully there'll be more fun stuff to do. It's been so nice to go around to like little bookstores in the area, because there's not a ton very close to me. Like there's a ton of bookstores within like a 10-mile radius, where that is like not the case by me. There's like maybe one in like a 15-mile radius, and so on and so forth. Like not even a Barnes and Noble within 25 minutes. But I got plenty to read and plenty to do, and I'll give you some updates on what I do tomorrow and how far I get into Sadie. But I think I'm gonna really like this. I don't know. I think this could be at least a 4-star. I don't know why. I just like love this genre, and I love the format, and I have high hopes. We'll see how this ends. I'm home, and I finished Sadie. I finished this on the airplane, basically. Actually, I finished it in the car getting picked up from the airport because I had like 10 pages left. But basically, I finished this on the airplane. I downloaded it on my Kindle because it is part of Kindle Unlimited, and this book was so good. I will start off by saying I gave it 5 stars, which has been really hard for me to find this year so far. But this book, it was really good. It was not, I don't want to say it's not what I was expecting, because I don't know if that's true, but I was like on the plane in a middle seat nonetheless, like trying to hold back tears because my eyes were just like welling up. But this was really well written. There were a couple of lines where I was like, oh, like that's a good line. And like this is a YA thriller, so you wouldn't necessarily think that you're gonna find like lines that you want to like underline or remember, or you just think like, wow, that was like really like eloquently put or like beautifully written. But Miss Courtney Summers, she she sure delivered with this guy. This author has more books, and I would definitely be interested in reading more of her books because I loved this so much. Fair warning though, if you do want to read this, this book could be infuriating to some readers. I didn't mind the infuriating part or parts of it, and yeah, I really loved this. I'd say it's probably more, I don't know, it's a YA thriller mystery for sure. I loved the podcast angle of it because, and I was worried at some point that it could get too repetitive because it follows Sadie, who is trying to figure out who killed her sister. So she's going on, she's like run away, and like this is her sole mission, is to figure out who killed her sister and like get revenge. And then the podcast, the guy who's doing the podcast, his main purpose is to track down Sadie. So it's kind of like Sadie's hunting someone and someone's trying to figure out what happened to Sadie. So it's like this goose chase for them. So we'll get like Sadie's point of view and like what she's doing on this like road trip trying to track the person down. And then the next section will be the podcast, following like the little breadcrumbs of her trail. And it wasn't too repetitive because we talked to people that interacted with Sadie, and sometimes we would get information that just wasn't covered in Sadie's POV because like the author just didn't give us like that section of their interaction, or we would get additional information from like that character's point of view that like Sadie just like didn't even know happened or something. So it was still like super interesting, and you figure you get a lot of information from the podcast, and God, I was like tearing up on the plane. It was bad. It was kind of bad, to be honest, but this was good and like slightly heartbreaking at times, but so good. Like this is some of the best I've read for this genre, which is crazy because I just made a video going over this genre, and then I read this star of a book. But I had a really good week. I read some entertaining and just like really great books, so I can't ask for more. I wish though I didn't get burnt. I don't think you can tell right now because my lights are on like the pink setting, but my forehead is pretty burnt and my shoulders are really burnt, but I'm wearing a sweater. But yeah, overall a good spring break. I got more reading done than I thought I would just because I spent a lot of time with my dad, which was really great, and I did not get enough work done. So that's what I'll be doing in the last 2 days of my break. So wish me luck. I hope you enjoyed, and please read this book.